Brain Myths presents the power of not reacting and stop overreacting. Even if you do 100 things correctly, all of your hard work can be undone by one careless reaction. As we develop spiritually, we must make an effort to become less judgmental and more unconditional in our ability to love, tolerate, and forgive others. Consider the numerous friendships and relationships with loved ones that being reactive has caused to be lost, damaged, or permanently destroyed in a matter of seconds. Never, ever speak out of anger. Redirect your speech while you are praying or thinking. Words have such power. You can never take back what you say. It turns into an Akashic record. It will stick with you forever and harm both your reputation and personality. Use your words to bless everyone, uplift others, and heal yourself. Don't let your words cause others to be divided and destroyed. Sometimes it's best to wait before responding. The spiritual art of waiting needs to be practiced. Because as more is revealed over time, a positive spiritual transformation results. Consider your life's history. Think back to a situation where you reacted and then decided that waiting would have been better for everyone. By giving ourselves space, we enable divine intelligence to operate on a subconscious level in both ourselves and others, allowing us to be guided as to what to do next. An awareness-building spiritual practice is the act of not responding. It increases your awareness and makes you more receptive to hearing the voice of divine wisdom, which helps you view things from a wider perspective. As you become more aware, your character begins to change. Being conscious makes one more sympathetic. Without self-control, happiness is impossible. Every circumstance you encounter in life serves as a stage on which you can discover the nature of your consciousness. Our negative conditioning, complexes, unhealthy preferences, and prejudices must all be completely removed from us in order for us to function from a place of pure consciousness and maintain our complete neutrality. All of the circumstances we encounter are there to give us the chance to develop and learn. They help us get ready for potential future events that could affect us or other people. These things are not as easily visible right now. By choosing not to respond, we give ourselves more access to the neutral realm of our own divinity. Later, it becomes obvious why events played out the way they did. We must remember that over the course of time, the Creator always makes known to mortal minds His vastness and infinite wisdom. In the same way, you should always consider a true spiritual master's actions over time. Above all, it is critical that we continually work on ourselves to prevent retaliation against anyone who has done something that, in our mortal perception, is wrong or has caused us annoyance or anger in the event that we become forgetful. Our understanding of reality can alter it for us, and we also have the power to alter others' perceptions of reality through our words and deeds. Emotions are a major factor in your reactions because they represent your felt response to a situation. When you're in tune with them, you have access to crucial information that supports successful decision-making, successful relationships, everyday interactions, and self-care. While emotions can be beneficial in daily life, when they feel out of control, they can have a negative impact on your emotional well-being and interpersonal relationships. Here are some pointers to get you started. Number 1. Consider the effect of your emotions. Not all strong emotions are bad. According to Botnick, emotions give our lives excitement, individuality, and vibrancy. Strong emotions may indicate that we fully embrace life and aren't suppressing our innate responses. When something wonderful, terrible, or when you feel like you've missed out happens, it's perfectly normal to occasionally feel emotionally overwhelmed. So, how do you recognize a problem when it arises? Regularly out-of-control emotions can cause a variety of problems, including relationship or friendship conflict, difficulty relating to others, issues at work or school, the urge to use drugs or alcohol to numb your feelings, and physical or emotional outbursts. Number 2. Opt for regulation rather than suppression. If only it were that simple to regulate your emotions, you could do it with a dial. But consider for a second that you could control your emotions in this manner. You wouldn't want to leave them operating at full capacity constantly. You wouldn't want to completely turn them off either. You prevent yourself from feeling and expressing emotions when you suppress or repress them. This may occur intentionally, suppression, or unintentionally, repression. Both can contribute to symptoms of mental and physical health, such as substance abuse, anxiety, depression, difficulty sleeping, muscle tension, and pain. Make sure you aren't just brushing your emotions under the rug when you are learning to control them. It's important to strike a balance between having too many emotions and having none at all for healthy emotional expression. Number 3. Recognize your emotions. You can start taking back control by taking a moment to check in with your mood. Let's say you've been dating someone for a while. You attempted to set up a date with them last week, but they declined. You texted me once more yesterday with the message, "I'd like to see you soon. Are you available this week?" After more than a day, they finally respond, "Can't. Busy." All of a sudden, you're very upset. You fling your phone across the room, tip your trash can over, and kick your desk, stabbing your toe, all without pausing to think. Asking yourself, "What am I feeling right now?" will interrupt you. Displeased, perplexed, and enraged, "What has happened to cause me to feel this way? They ignored me," without providing an explanation. Is there another explanation for the circumstance that might make sense? Perhaps they're under stress, ill, or dealing with another issue that they don't feel comfortable disclosing. They might intend to provide more details when they can. What do I want to do in response to these emotions? Scream, throw things in anger, and send an offensive text back. Is there a more effective way to handle them? Ask if all is well. Question their next availability. Take a stroll or a run. You can change your initial, extreme response by reframing your thoughts to take into account potential alternatives. It might take some time before this reaction becomes ingrained in you. Practice will make it simpler to mentally perform these steps. Number 4. Take a deep breath. Whether you're exuberantly joyful or furiously angry and unable to speak, there is much to be said for the power of taking a deep breath. Even though that's not the goal, slowing down and focusing on your breathing won't make the emotions go away. However, practicing deep breathing can help you center yourself, take a step back from the initial, intense emotion, and any extreme reaction you'd prefer to avoid. When your emotions start to overtake you in the future, inhale gradually. The diaphragm, not the chest, is where deep breaths originate. Visualizing your breath rising from your belly may be of assistance. Retain it. Breathe in for 3 counts, then slowly let it out. Number 5. Recognize when to use your voice. Everything has its proper time and place, even strong emotions. For instance, crying uncontrollably after losing a loved one is a fairly typical reaction. After being dumped, screaming, or even punching your pillow may help you release some tension and anger. However, in other circumstances, some restraint is required. No matter how angry you are about an unfair disciplinary action, yelling at your boss won't solve the problem. You can learn when it's appropriate to express your feelings and when you might want to sit with them for the time being by being aware of your surroundings and the situation. Number 6. Give yourself some space. According to Botnick, separating yourself from strong emotions can help you ensure that you're responding to them rationally. Physical separation, such as leaving a distressing circumstance, could be this distance. But by diverting your attention, you can also establish some mental distance. It's not healthy to completely block or avoid feelings, but it's also okay to divert your attention from them until you're in a better position to deal with them. Just be sure to visit them again. Healthy diversion only lasts for a short time. Try going for a stroll, taking in a humorous video, having a conversation with a loved one, spending some time with your pet. Number 7. Try meditation. If you already meditate, it might be one of your go-to strategies for handling strong emotions. You can become more conscious of all emotions and experiences by practicing meditation. By meditating, you're teaching yourself to sit with those emotions and notice them without criticizing or trying to change or suppress them. Emotional regulation can be made simpler by learning to accept all of your emotions, as was already mentioned. You can improve these acceptance skills by meditating. Other advantages include improving your ability to unwind and sleep better. Number 8. Consult a therapist. If your feelings are still too much for you to handle, it might be time to get some professional help. A number of mental health conditions, including bipolar disorder and borderline personality disorder, are associated with long-term or persistent emotional deregulation and mood swings. According to Botnick, having trouble controlling your emotions can also be related to trauma, family problems, or other underlying issues. As you investigate the causes of deregulated emotions, address extreme mood swings, learn how to down-regulate intense feelings or up-regulate limited emotional expression, practice challenging and reframing distressing feelings, and so forth, a therapist can provide you with compassionate, judgment-free support. Swings in mood and strong emotions can bring on undesirable or negative thoughts, which can eventually bring on feelings of helplessness or despair.